Hi Aries, I am the Awakened Dreamer and I'm here to give you your bonus tarot reading. I this month decided, for the October reads rather, I decided to choose the sign with the most likes for the general monthly as well as the money and career monthly. And you guys had the most likes thus far for the general. So congratulations, which is giving you this bonus read, which is intended to be timeless. I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments. So head on down below and do just that. And while you are down there, you will see all the information you need to book a personal reading with myself. So just shoot me an email and I'll get those started for you. And I meditated on your beautiful energy before beginning this reading. And the message that came through, my friend, was, excuse me, what's next will surprise you. Very interesting. What's next will surprise you. Also a sense of excitement in the air. But let's get started by pulling you a message or two from the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds deck. What do we have for Aries to begin this bonus read? Which is timeless once again. Whenever you were guided to this video, it is meant for you. We got one. What else do we have for Aries, please? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, we got a few. Excuse me. Alrighty, my friend. So first one out, The Secret of Camelot, the Authority of Spirit. It may feel like where you're heading, the path you're heading down, what you're looking to achieve, it may feel like a bit of a mysterious path. You may not have all the answers just yet. Hence the secret aspect of this card. The answers will come to you when the time is right. Trust in the sense of mystery, trust in spirit and in your guides, in the universe as a whole, that where you're heading is going to be amazing. And then Skyfire, messages, channels, information. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you Aries who are drawn to this video today are very divinely guided, like myself. You may be recently starting to receive more messages or signs or synchronicities. If that's for you, pay attention. Make sure you're being very aware of these things happening around you, because they're not coincidental. They're happening for a reason, and they're to communicate with you. Spirit in the universe's way of communicating with you and trying to connect to you more. So maybe return that connection, if you will. Very interesting. Very spiritual feeling already. And then we have, last but not least, the Light Priestess, Galactic Wisdom, Cosmic Ritual. It feels like the wisdom and knowledge that you've learned and developed over the past years of your, what feels like a bit of a rocky life, has taught you so much to the point where you are now, or you soon will be, a light in this world, a light to show the way for others, or to shed some light or guidance on their situation. A very leader kind of vibe coming through from this card. It's almost like your guidance, whether you realize its presence or not, is going to help you guide others. Wow, that's powerful. Wow. That was a powerful start, my friend. Let's continue by pulling 6 tarot cards, a simple 6-card spread, if you will. Do some shuffling. I am on the edge of my seat. I feel like that is very much so me picking up on Aries energy at this time. I feel like you're just very like, let's do this. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But that's kind of an Aries way of being, isn't it? And you know what? Aries as a whole, as a sign in general, is a very leader sort of sign. You tend to be very much so the individual that walks into the room and it's like, oh, well, Aries is here. We kind of feel like they're taking charge now because they've arrived. Just saying. Let's continue. What do we have for Aries to continue this timeless bonus read? Thank you, Spirit. Once again, we're doing 6 cards in total. Keep them coming for Aries, please. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like struggling to shuffle, and I feel like it's your energy once again. I feel like you may be overly excited or overly energized, or maybe some pent-up energy, and you're just, it's maybe making you struggle a little bit in your daily tasks. Just a feeling. For Aries, please keep them coming, Spirit. Perfect. All righty, my friends. We have the King of Cups for the first card. It feels like you recently have been feeling very, although you're feeling very energized and very excited and almost on the edge of your seat, it feels like you are, in a sense, or at least part of you is very peaceful about where you're heading, about where you're going. It feels like you've started to take on a new approach or a new perspective on your path and where you're heading and what's next. I wouldn't say it's a complete 360 in a sense, but I do feel like you have stopped or adjusted yourself in your habits in a sense to stress less, if that makes sense. To stress less about where things are heading or the outcomes or the details, because I feel like you were very much a stress, I don't want to say stress basket, but just you were very stressed out previously. And I feel like that's dimmed down just a little bit recently. And I feel like a lot of you are taking up meditation. If not, it could be very beneficial. Another message that's coming through from this King of Cups is that I feel like you've now stepped back into the role of the leader of your own life. It feels like you maybe were leaving certain decisions or details up to other people, and you've kind of decided at this point, you know what? I'm an Aries. I'm going to step back into the leadership role of my own life. I'm going to start to make things happen in a beautiful but almost not a controlled way. I feel like that's very contradicting to say, but it's like you have on one end allowed yourself to feel more peaceful about where things are heading, but you've also started to take a little bit of a step up in the sense that, you know, you aren't allowing for things to just fall into place. So I feel like you have a nice balance to it where you're not stressing, but you're also not just sitting back and doing nothing, which I feel is key. And then we have the Four of Pentacles for the second card. It feels like as time moves on, you are going to be very focused on your finances, very focused on your financial goals. You may be stressed a little bit deep down about these goals or how much you have left after certain financial problems arise, or you had to pay for certain things in your life. There may be a certain goal in mind, like a move, a physical move, or maybe a new situation that's going to be costly, starting a new business, a new project, all of which I feel like is on your mind at this time, if it pertains to you. It does feel like very much so your financial and career-oriented goals are at the forefront of your mind, are getting the majority of your efforts and mental space at this time. I get it. A small reminder with this card not to hold on to your money too tightly. Of course, don't be going crazy and, you know, spending like a maniac, but at the same time, to hold on to and, you know, be so guarded with your money and saving to that extent where you're afraid to even spend a penny is going to not allow the flow of money and opportunities to come in from the universe. Your grip on it is going to be so tight that it won't leave that wiggle room. So just loosen up a little bit and allow yourself to breathe, allow your money and your financial situation to breathe, so that the universe can work a few things out for you. Give it some breathing room. And then the Nine of Cups for the third card. It's like once you start to trust again in the situation and where things are heading, and realize that you don't have to control it as much or have as tight of a grip on your money, you will start to feel happier. It's almost like it allows you to stop stressing over your finances in that sense and just be happy about things and about where things are heading. And I feel like this is where the surprise starts. It feels like this is when something amazing happens, when you start to enter this new phase of your life, or you get this little surprise from the universe. Maybe it's an acceptance to a program, or an acceptance to a job, that job offer you've been looking for. Whatever it is, it's going to bring you so much joy and so much success down the line, but you will not expect this. You're going to be so surprised. It is beyond meant for you. It's what you need to realize when it does come to your doorstep, or it arrives in your life, however it does. When you get that phone call, I don't know why I'm feeling the need to say that. When, for some of you, you get that phone call you've been looking for or been waiting for, it's going to surprise you. But it almost won't be the phone call you were expecting. It's like you had your mindset on something, but what the universe and spirit has planned for you is completely different, or just slightly different. And I feel like it's going to blow your mind, because you almost would never have, one, expected this, but two, thought that this would have been right for you. And it just reminds you on such a large level that you don't know exactly what's meant for you in that moment. You don't necessarily know at the end of the day what's gonna happen, and that's okay. And it reminds you to get back into that King of Cups mindset, where you're finding balance and you're allowing yourself to trust in the process. At the end of the day, you will start to realize that spirit in the universe has your back, and that maybe something won't work out perfectly as you planned or wanted it to, but that might be a blessing in disguise. And whatever is planned for you is going to be 10 times better. The Tower card for the fourth card. Something's coming to an end. Oh, your old way of thinking, your old way of being. It's the end of you second-guessing yourself and second-guessing where things are heading and second-guessing Spirit and the universe's plan. It's aligned with the King of Cups. And I truly feel like at certain points in the month, you do sort of realize or re-realize that things will work out and that you will make it in the end. You're going to achieve greatness. I mean, you're in Aries. It's almost destined to be. It is destined to be. And it's like you go from this peaceful, relaxed way of being and realizing this to kind of slipping back into stressing over your finances to being happy again. And then it's almost like Spirit comes in and is like, if you're going to keep going back and forth, we're going to knock this tower over, symbolizing your stresses and your mindset and your way of being. Because it's going to work out in the end, and you need to realize that. And you've been given a few chances, and that's when a tower moment comes in. Moving right along, the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you will, after this tower moment, be left in a position where you are very, very work focused, even more so than you are now. You will allow yourself to get wrapped up in your work in a beautiful way. It doesn't feel negative in any way, shape, or form. It feels like you may, the only negative part is you may find yourself staying up at night, you know, very late hours as far as working on your creative project or your passions or just your work in general. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just be careful not to burn yourself out. You need your rest and your rejuvenation. Excuse any noise in the background if you can hear it. And then the Three of Swords for the last and final sixth card. I feel like when things keep trucking along, you keep trucking along, it's almost as if you break your own heart. You either, on one hand, you start to look back and think about all the heartbroken sort of situations you've been through, the shit that life's put you through. I feel like you allow yourself to stress and revisit them way too often, and you slip back into that here. I can just see another tower card in the future of your readings for this kind of situation. Just saying. But this, on the other hand, I feel like you are stressing yourself out and breaking your own heart by expecting the worst at times, but also by focusing on what didn't work out. And remember, it's a blessing in disguise, but it's all very much so your mindset at this point. And allowing yourself to realize that what is happening, it may be a surprise. It may not be what you were expecting or what you are used to, but it's better for you. It's beautiful. It's going to be so fruitful. It's going to make you so happy and joyful. You're going to want to jump out of bed in the morning to achieve it. But not if you get into this mindset, into this way of being where you start to focus on what's gone and what's not meant to be and all of the above, and you literally break your own heart. You literally stress yourself out. Let's finish off by pulling a Work Your Light Oracle card or two. What do we have for our lovely Aries to wrap up this timeless read? Thank you, Spirit. It's too many. There we go. Ooh. No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. I feel like you're going to receive an offer from somebody in this, within this time period, although it is timeless. I feel like moving forward, you will receive an offer that is not meant for you. It has nothing to do with this Nine of Cups. Oh, this is a person. This is a relationship offer for a lot of you. It's not meant for you. It might come back from the past, or you may feel the urge to move towards somebody from your past or result back to it. For some of you, it's about going back to these old habits of stressing over things and stressing over what's gone. And for some of you, it may be you thinking about what didn't come through as far as your work and finances, and that'll leave you wondering or thinking back to or potentially revisiting old love situations from the past. No. No, no, no. Moving forward, my friend, not moving back. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. We're getting religious, my friend. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yeah, I feel like you're truly in a period of your life, Aries, where you are moving forward, laying so many beautiful foundations, planting those seeds so you can grow those finances from the ground up. You can grow that success from the ground up, that fortune, if you will. And a lot of you are in the mindset of, you know, developing and growing your own sort of empire, a name for yourself. It's like you've succeeded a lot in the past, even though it was a struggle, but it's not enough for you. You want more and more and more. And I truly feel like you're going to just manifest all of what you want from that situation. And it reminds you to trust in this divine plan and trust in where you're heading and trust in the fact that you were destined to achieve so much greatness. But you could potentially get in your own way if you allow yourself to slip back into old habits or revisit the past too much. All right, so remember to, again, trust in where things are heading. Try not to stress over things and allow yourself to accept these changes that do come in and realize that you have so much beautifulness ahead of you, so much success ahead of you. But on that note, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your situation. And while you were down there, don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. And I hope you have the most amazing day, most amazing week, most amazing journey. And I will see you next time. Bye, Aries.